Leviticus 15 opens with a subject rarely discussed aloud, yet deeply human. It speaks about bodily discharges, both voluntary and involuntary, and how they affected daily life in ancient Israel. In a world without modern medicine, these instructions created boundaries that protected the community while preserving dignity for the individual. What seems uncomfortable at first glance was actually a system that slowed people down, required awareness of the body, and acknowledged that human life is fragile and constantly in need of care. The chapter addresses men and women equally, something unusual for the ancient world. Natural bodily functions were not called sinful, but they did affect ritual status. Being unclean did not mean being immoral or rejected by God. It meant pausing. It meant separating for a time, washing, waiting, and then returning. The untold truth is that Leviticus 15 quietly affirms that the human body is not shameful, yet it is powerful and must be handled with responsibility. Anything that carried the potential for disease or loss of life fluids was treated with seriousness, because life itself was sacred. Another lesser-known detail is that these laws created protection for women. Menstruation, often stigmatized in ancient cultures, was acknowledged without punishment. The time of separation gave women rest and relief from societal demands. The law required others to respect that boundary. This was not about exclusion, but about restoring balance. Cleanliness in Leviticus was never permanent. Restoration was always built into the process. The relevance today is striking. We still isolate when we are contagious. We still wash, sanitize, and wait before returning to community. Modern public health echoes the wisdom found here. Leviticus 15 teaches discernment, awareness of our bodies, respect for others, and the humility to pause when needed. It reminds us that rest is not weakness, boundaries are not rejection, and healing often begins with slowing down. At its heart, this chapter reveals a God who cares about everyday life, not just the altar and the sacrifice. Even in the most private moments, God was present, guiding people toward health, restoration, and reintegration. And just as then, we are reminded today that care for the body is connected to care for the soul. If you are walking through this journey of Scripture with me, stay connected and follow along as we continue uncovering the deeper meaning woven into every chapter.